I was working on this when I realized I have a water tower problem after the earthquake here in Taiwan. She's leaning really hard, and I don't know why you don't have a safety railing when you have the water tower so close to the edge. 5 stories directly below the water tower is our main entrance that everyone in this building uses. If it were my choice, if I weren't just a renter, I would decommission this tank and pull it in from the edge. The other water tower looks like it was shot with a pea shooter. It's got a bunch of holes leaking water. My landlord wants to wait until next week until someone can come and take a look. So I can only just keep an eye on it, and that's about it. So this is a rivet header, and I've marked which side is up, and it has 3 different sized holes. One is 1/8, 1/4, and 3/8. This hole here is for me to attach a handle, which will be this piece of 8mm rod. I'll expand the holes on the upside just a tiny bit to make expelling rivets easier, and hence why I have an upside on this rivet header. In addition to this expansion on the top, the holes themselves are drilled about 1/10 of a millimeter more than their fractional sizes. I need to give a big shout out to Billy Krieger for his recent very generous donation to the channel. Also, coincidentally, this rivet header is his. He asked me if I could make one in this older style that I used to use more often, with a permanent metal handle. This piece is 1050 medium carbon, and I'm quenching it to harden it, but I will heat it again later, and then I'm going to subsequently heat treat it again. Of all the steels that I use, I feel that medium carbon is the most fickle, and I'll go into detail about this and why I feel that way in a future video. After the earthquake here in Taiwan, so many people have reached out to me, and it's really touched me. It makes me feel really good to know that there's so many people out there who care enough to ask if you're okay and that you and your family are safe. I never felt an earthquake so big, and I really thought this is the end, my friend. But fortunately, we're okay. My family and I are fine, and I do pray for those who were less fortunate. I dug this simple old tool out, which I used to use a lot more in the past for doing this sort of a twist. So there it is. Very simple, straightforward tool that can be used to make rivets. And having it handled like this is very useful. Thanks so much for all the well wishes. The balcony blacksmith is alive and well.